Hey there, DFS Army VIP friends. Let's jump right in today. I want to go through a review. This is kind of asked a question by about box checkers and setup and how would you play it and what would you do to ladder these lineups together. So let's kind of dive in. Let me show you what I would do if I was making a few lineups. I have grabbed the cut lines out of some contests from FanDuel this week. The double up was 121. The triple up was 123. Look, 2 point difference, guys. 2 point difference from a double up to a triple up. Come on. 125 to a quintuple up. There's no 4 points. That's it. That's the difference between the cut line between doubling your money and quintupling your money. You're not going to get caught in that no man's land very often. And that's why this ladder is great, really. The spread used to be bigger between these contests. These contests are getting closer and closer together, which really and truly is making cash games, double ups, and 50-50s kind of stupid to play. Because if you could just put your money over here for no gain in the cut line, like 1 point or 2 points, and you get that much more money, you'd kind of be crazy not to be doing this. You just let the double ups go if you have to. The 100-man, 2 more points. So a top 12% lineup in the industry was only 2 points higher than a quintuple up. So these ladders and these layers work. What we do is we put $5 on the double up, 2 on the triple, 2 on the quintuple, and then 1 in a 100-man or a single entry type of contest. And that's essentially what your ladder, $10 per lineup. Now you could do $20 per lineup. You could do $50 per lineup, whatever your budget allows. There's plenty of room to talk about this stuff. The contest I chose in the 100-man league, this was the top 5 places. I just said scrap it because I kept it right here so we can see what those scores are as we go. But I want to show you, we'll pick 3 lineups, what our score would be. And we'll see how this would have worked with this. I'm trying not to remember these too much so I don't let any bias creep into my head. But these all come out of box checkers, right? The box checkers lineups. Stafford, Tua, T-Law, Burrow, Hurts, Fields, Dobbs, etc., etc., etc. We already discussed at length which of these guys might be good chalk, bad chalk, where they come from, who we're going to focus on, what we're going to try and do, right? And that's up to you and how you interpret this list. I'm just showing you in color form who checks more boxes than whom. So if a guy checks 6 boxes and the other guy only checks 4 boxes, well, the guy that's checking 6 boxes is in a stronger matchup. He's more likely to pay off his salary than the guy only checking 4 boxes. That doesn't mean the guy checking 4 boxes is a crappy play. It just means the guy checking 6 boxes has a little bit more going for him in this particular week. And so we're trying to narrow down to really only those guys checking most of the boxes. Like I don't need Fields or Dobbs or anybody only checking 1 or 2 boxes here. They're just not doing well enough. I'd rather focus on these guys that are in a much stronger situation. Does that make sense? That's the whole idea of box checkers. So if I go through the slate, the main slate last week, and I do 10 lineups, 2 unique players, I don't know, mess with these flex positions if you want to. I kind of want the upside of the running backs, right, or the wide receivers right now. So I don't like tight ends in my flex. I will allow a little bit of it. Running backs are great. They're your floor. But wide receivers have the upside. And to get in the 100-man leagues, I'm trying to win the 100-man leagues. I'm not trying to cash the double up with this lineup. I'm not trying to go pure cash. The cash game, ultra save, all that stuff. That's high floor is great. We're using floor/ceiling combination. We want that upside. We want to win that 100-man league because if we won the 100-man league with a score of 147 or what, we blew all these away. We cashed in all of those contests. Why am I shooting for this crap? Why am I trying to just barely make the 122 or the 123? No, shoot for the 150. Shoot for the 150 and fall short at 125 and then damn near run the table. That's the concept that we need to be grasping here. So if I dive into the optimizer and I'm looking at things, a little bit of randomness, not much, a little bit of uniques, not much, a little bit of this stuff. I sort by projected ownership and I just go position by position. These are the only 3 quarterbacks I personally would have considered. That's it. Jalen Hurts, I think, slipped under the radar, but Matt Stafford and Tua were it. They were your cash game quarterbacks last week. Anybody else was probably a mistake, or it was too risky. Too risky. Running backs. Mostert, lock. Give me Joe Mixon, ETN, Kamara, Dobbs. I didn't like Chuba Hubbard. I personally didn't like him. I wouldn't have allowed much in the way of Joe Mixon. That's why I would have put an enrage on him. I might have even capped him down to 30%, so he's only in one lineup that I choose. Jacobs, same. Didn't like him. Bad game script. I would have kept him in one lineup. Monty, I would have probably kept him in just two lineups. 70% is what gets me two lineups. It doesn't get me all three. Kyren Williams, love him. Almost locked him. You know, Mostert was a lock. Kyren Williams probably close to a lock. Liked DeAndre Swift. Liked Christian McCaffrey, but he's going to be priced out undoubtedly. And that's it for running backs, right? Like all the rest, don't need them. Don't need them. They're not likely to perform. Here's all my receivers, right? Like, I mean, a lot of them. It's going to be like this every week, but I have some I don't like Chase last week. I have some that I really do like Pittman and Kirk and Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill probably priced out. A.J. Brown, loved him. Way too far down the ownership radar for what he can do. That's just insane that he drops that far. Thielen, Godwin, need some cheapies. Olave, Brown, the guys you know are target monsters. The guys that are red zone target. Well, Jacoby Myers, screw Jacoby Myers. We don't need that. He's not owned anyway. Stick with what you know. And you know that Amon-Ra St. Brown's a beast, and Olave's great, and Tutu Atwell is okay in the LA, and Drake London was in a good matchup this week. See, you don't need any of this other crap. Tyler Boyd scored it. Screw Tyler Boyd. You don't need him. DK Metcalf, you want to include him? Be my guest. He was fine. He is the guy that's going to do the scoring in Seattle. Him and Lockett, if you wanted to put him in there, put him in there. I didn't. Doesn't mean you can't. But most of these guys should all be pretty much included, and you put your likes and loves and whatever on these other guys, right? Tight end, so quite a few. Why? They're all a damn crapshoot. If any of these guys appear in them, I just want them in a couple. I love Dalton Schultz this year. Guys, he's TE7 right now, just so you know, across the league. And he's cheap. He's dirt-ass cheap. Defenses. Minnesota was chalk for whatever reason, but 49ers, Dolphins, Eagles, to a degree the Lions, and the Rams were all in great matchups. Would have loved any of them. Put them all in my lineups. It's fine. I don't care. Now, I've got this player pool. Throw it in the Yahtzee Cup. Shake it out. I do not care what comes out of this lineup right now. If I wanted to do some stacking, I could say quarterback with no less than one, wide receiver, tight end, and no more than two. And throw the running back in there. Add that rule, and now you're done. Click optimize. That's it. That's it. 10 lineups. Pick 10. Stafford, Kamara, Mostert, Godwin, Kirk, Pittman, Higbee, Williams. If I didn't want 3 Rams, I would have skipped this lineup. If I did, fine. It's a 143. So when I go back here in the 143, and what was it? 143 point what? 143.94. Great. 143.94. Hello. 143.94. Good for third place in the 100-man league. $10 on top of everything else. Clean sweep. Clean sweep. You put your $10 in the double up, quintuple up, and whatever, and you get 10 from the double up, you get 6 from the triple up, you get another 10 from the quintuple up, and you got 10 from third place in the 100-man league. So that's 10, 20, 30, $36 on a $10 investment. Are you happy with that for a lineup? Of course you are. You want to win at fantasy football? That's it. I just showed you how to build the lineup. I don't care what the optimizer spits out. I don't care. Let's scroll down a little bit. There's another Stafford. I maybe would have been like, well, let me find a Tua. See if I can hopefully find a Tua lineup. And then maybe a Hurts lineup. And if I didn't get it, then I would have gone. So let's do the Tua lineup. Tua, Mostert, Waddle. I might not have liked Waddle in there with them. Tua, Mostert, Etienne, Addison, Ridley, Olave, Ertz, Tutu. It's different. 132.68. Because I probably wouldn't have liked Waddle in there with Mostert. I'd have gone, okay, that's enough. 2 of those guys is enough. So 132.68. See how I'm picking these lineups? Kind of randomly, but oh, look, cashed. Oh, look, cashed. Oh, no, cashed again. Oh, no, definitely cashed. 132.68. Good for $4. See that? Good for $4. So give me 10, 20, 26. Give me $30. Give me $30 on $10 investment for a triple up. Hello. And then I don't see a Jalen Hurts lineup. So what I would have done is I would have come back here and I would have said, all right, lock me some Hurts, run it, and let's pick one. So Hurts, Mixon, it's not stacking. I wish it would have. I wish it would have. Why is it not stacking? I don't know why it didn't stack, but I would have liked for it to. Without getting too picky, there's a Mixon, Kamara, Kirk, Pittman, Atwell, Ingram, Mostert, LA 126.1. Mostert, Kirk, Schultz, Schultzy. Boom, 153.4. Hello. Told you I like Schultz. 153.4. That's all I would have looked at. And 10, 6, 10. What's that? That's a winner. 153. Hello. 25. That would have been a good week. I told you, you're not very often going to win with all three lineups like this. You're not going to run the table. This was a weird week. But, with most of us having a bad week in cash games, why the fuck didn't we do this? I didn't do this. You didn't do this. This is what I would have done 5-6 years ago. And I would have come out of here with 25, 35, 45, 51 MFN dollars on a $10 investment. So on a $30 investment off of 3 ladders, I would have come out of here with 117 bucks. I'm an idiot. I'll be doing this next week. I'm an idiot. Why wouldn't I have done this? I just went through, made 10 lineups, picked 3 lineups that I liked that looked good on paper, and whammo, they all cashed. That will not happen every week. I probably will go 0 for 3 next week because I've just tempted the bitch that is karma. But the fact of the matter is this works. It works. It works. It works. It works. I don't know how to be more clear. I don't know how to be more simple in this industry when everybody else is overcomplicated. What do I do about ownership? Fuck it. What do I do about stacking? Fuck it. You can run Hertz naked. What do I do about low ownership? Fuck it. What do I do about the chalk? What do I do about just spread out? Make a couple of quality lineups. Use box checkers as your player pool and your guide. Include a few others that you like or don't like. Don't get married to them. Keep them in 2 out of 3 of your lineups. They're not in all 3. I would have locked Mostert. I don't do that often. Absolutely would have locked him. And would have turned $30 into $117. And all of you guys would be in there going, I don't understand cash. I can't beat this game. And I would be sitting back laughing on my bar stool and going, neener, neener. You should be the guy sitting on your bar stool going neener, neener. You should be the one saying, Jesus Christ, Chop, I don't know why you ever change your mind. I don't know why you ever dive into MME and single entry and why you ever do anything. Why don't you just do this every week? You're an idiot. You tell us never to change our game plans, and here you go changing your game plans, and look, you screwed yourself. Jesus, Chop, get a brain. You're stupid. I can't believe you're coaching us. I can't believe you're leading the army here because, when it comes to the basic and the hyper simple approaches, this approach can't be beat. And yet here you are out there dancing around, screwing yourself repeatedly. Chop, get smart. Get back to basics, dude. You're hurting yourself. That's what I'd be saying if I was you. I'd be pointing at me saying, God, what an idiot. I can't believe I'm taking advice from this guy. He changed his own game plan. We're not going to do that this week. This week we're going to go back to this. We're probably going to run it at least 1 or 2 lineups and probably run it all season long. Very simple. Hopefully this showed you how to set all of this stuff up, how to pull all of the names out of here, how to organize your contests. Note that the cut lines are just not that close to, or just not that far apart. And as a weird note, the triple up here at 123.4, I found a triple up that was a 119.7. It was actually under the double up cut line. When the triple up is under the double up, we have a problem in double ups and 50-50s. Too many robots are in there training their lineups and making it too hard to hit the cut line. Cut line's too high. If the triple up cut line is 123, the double up cut line should be like 115. It should be a little bit harder to reach. But instead it's not, so we're going to exploit it, and we're going to move forward with this. Look at 121, 123, 125, 127. 2 points for each climb of the ladder, and a 150 wins it all. And we found one. We found a 150. I mean, without trying. Hopefully next week we all make money and none of us try. I would love that kind of a celebration. So let's set that as a goal this week. Let's try and get it. Oh my God, I'm going to go crack a beer and cry because I can't believe that I've been so stupid the past couple of years. Anyway, back to fundamentals, dudes. Here we go. Week 7.